Okay, so after watching 2 seconds of this episode, I've realized there's a slight problem with my microphone. Every episode I say there's a problem with my microphone. It's just that I fixed this computer, so I've lost all my plugins, all my presets. So bear with me, please. And also, I think for the next episode, even though my intention isn't to please an audience, uh, I I do want to make a comfortable atmosphere, build a comfortable experience for the viewer. So I think I'm gonna make an effort for the sound and for that shit because I don't. Can you see? Yes, you can see. It's a Microsoft HD. I don't know what, but holy damn, high definition, my ass. Enjoy the episode. Hello, people of the internet. It's Fredo. It's been quite a while since I've done an episode, and can't wait to do this episode. I think it's been 3 days. I've been having this intuition, having this urge, a real urge to do this, to just talk, to speak. Maybe it's because I wanted to express myself, I needed to express myself. I think it was that. Um, but today, come back from the dead. From 3 weeks, 2 weeks of not posting, I don't know. I don't really care. But one person that does care is my mental health because I've seen a correlation between the amounts of episodes I upload of ITEAP and my mental health, physical health. As I tend to want to speak more. I tend to want to make more videos, be more creative. For me, this is a form of creation when I'm mentally at ease. And it's true that lately I really haven't. Gonna, I'll talk about it a bit because it's always for me pretty important to state my intentions with this type of video. Um, I first started doing these type of videos because I was too scared of my mental image, quite frankly. I was scared of what people thought of me as I didn't feel like I was myself. I didn't think I was owning up to what I truly believed or truly thought was the truth. Therefore, I created this podcast, this type of videos, and I've been enjoying every single episodes. I haven't rewatched the episodes. Sometimes when I'm really, really at a low place, and I often think, I'll do a video on it. I think it was the case for. I think I've rewatched a conversation between two human beings, which I love this video. I love that video. Really loved making it. It was a real step towards new type of videos, and I think Tristan liked it and really helped grow our relationship. You know, being able to speak openly. I feel like this is pretty open. You know, you can share some comments. You can share some comments. You can give your opinions on things, and even people I know personally. Then some of them, well, they'll know who they are. Come to me and they have maybe they just say they've enjoyed the podcast, or which is cool. My intention with this podcast isn't to please anybody. No, it's not to entertain anybody. Well, that's your case. If you're entertained about my sorrows and troubles, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking because I'm the one pressing publish, so shouldn't F you if you find this entertaining, but my intention with all this isn't to entertain, it's just to speak about my journey in life, and sort of a diary. And if you can find something, if you can find a little pinch of inspiration, a pinch of realization, not that I am speaker of truth, I am no guru, I am no um, prophet, I'm just a human being. It's, it's a lot being a human being. So do whatever, do whatever, man, do whatever. I said at the start of the episode, my mental health wasn't great lately, and I feel like my life lately has been really all over the place. Uh, I think I've felt a lot of mood swings, big mood swings, but like not little mood swings of like, I feel like I'm daydreaming for days, and it's just pure joy. And then the next days, I'm just in a deep, deep, deep hole, believing every thought, every story, not believing every thought, which is creating stories. And it's really showing me that I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of work to do. And sometimes when I say that phrase, I love it. I'm over the moon. More meditation, more introspection, more experiencing in a sense. So I love it. But sometimes when I say I've got a lot of work to do, I also think, oh, all of this trouble, all of these efforts I've made through time, meditating nearly daily for 2 years. Yes, I say 2 years now. It's been a year and a half. Wow, it's only been 1 year. Wait, I can't. Yeah, holy crap! It's only been 1 year. Wow. Well, for me, it's been like 2 years, but in a really good way. So I've made all these efforts, and when I'm feeling the lowest of the lows, I batter myself. I work against myself by saying, "Oh, will this work?" And you still can't realize that maybe this is just an emotion. Lately, I haven't had that awareness I had before, and my first reaction was, "Oh well, come on, nurture your awareness." It's, it's really something when you feel that awareness, that space, that emptiness. You know, being able to see your thoughts, see your emotions, not in the sense of a robot where you just like, this is joy. But you recognize it changes. Emotions, just like thoughts, just like water that um, passes through a river, changes. It's always in constant movement. Therefore, that awareness shows us that you shouldn't identify. One, you shouldn't identify because, well, through my personal experience, I've seen that thoughts often shows far from the truth, far from the truth. And when it does show you the truth, it's when you haven't, or when you've thought about it, when your mind, like you're at the origin, your awareness, the observer, creates the thought. Like creativity or thinking about how I could do this. And even that you could debate, it's not you. But the average thoughts we call in France, in the modern psychology of France, the pensées néfastes. Recognizing that they just pass, they just arise and go. It's very, very hard. Very, very hard. And I would say that's been my, should I call it a problem? It's been in my on my mind for quite some time, few days. I've been just battling, and I don't understand why I'm not getting that awareness I had. And through time, you just understand that your suffering, your spiritual suffering, I would guess, really a mental suffering, only comes from you because you don't want to let go. You don't want to detach yourself from that identity. You think, I mean, it's so hard to conceptualize and to speak with words, but I think it's a great exercise this podcast is making me do. Because as I understand what I'm saying, sometimes I don't know. That's why it's helpful to make a podcast. And I hope I've just seen myself on OBS. Oh, don't know why. How do you say that in English? The frame rate is horrible like this. I try to understand. I try to do some settings, but I've seen that it hasn't worked. So I just basically a lot of my suffering, all of this suffering came from a place of non-awareness, complete and utter letting go, but not in the right sense. Letting go of the reality and not letting go of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. And that led me to ooh, incredible moments, which would have happened either ways. Either way, if I'd let it go, that was the present moment and it was incredible. But it was so incredible that my mind drifted far away and just clung to that moment. And a few hours after that that beautiful moment, just clinged on to it. I grasped. I said, "That's what I want to nurture. That's what I want to see in life. That's what I want to do again. I want to see again all these people because they made me feel great." Yikes. Um, I didn't have that awareness to realize that, but afterwards, 4 days later, I've realized that I was just clinging to a good moment and I was not accepting. I accepted that present moment, but then I just wasn't living in the present. I was just thinking, I was just identifying to every thought, and it was true suffering. I wasn't feeling good at all. It made me think. It made me think. Well, I really let go, not in that moment, which made the moment beautiful. That was the present moment. Afterwards, I knew, I remember vividly me going on a bike and saying to myself, that was beautiful. It arised in the present moment. It arised completely naturally. without me creating anything. It was just the now of the present. Let's work together, ego. Let's work together, uh, uh, conditioned mind, and realize that if you want to see these present moments again, realize that it's gone. That that present moment is gone. It's just in your head, it's still there, but it's completely gone. Scientifically, physically, it's gone. But in your head, that seems real. So I know I had that awareness, and when I felt it, I said, "Oh man, sure, let me feel this joy." And I knew it wasn't a healthy joy. The fact that I knew I was just clinging on, I was just grasping, like just such a cool experience that you don't want to let it go, but it only wants to let go because it was over there, and you're trying to pull it back, trying to pull it back. That seems like a very tinic. No, you don't really. Seems like a pattern in my life. I have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experiences. Excuse me. My computer's about to die, so I have these beautiful, beautiful experiences, and I cling on to them. I notably say this in my meditations or when I meditated with other people. Uh, well, our wallpaper just changed. When I've meditated with other people, it was incredible. And I recognized that afterwards. There was not in the sense where like I'm not saying I dislike suffering or I dislike the opposite of joy. I know that joy wouldn't exist. The emotion joy wouldn't exist if um, negativity, anything negative, any emotion negative, sadness, depression, loneliness. If I mean, it's basic laws of nature, I think. When you've got something, you have the opposite each time. That was a mental state of mine a long time ago. I always said, if I have one good day, I'll have one bad day afterwards. But that's kind of a story because I don't believe in that anymore. As experience in real life has shown me the complete opposite. So I was clinging to these moments, and in that moment, um, I spoke to this girl, and I think I was there was so many expectations, but in a good way, I didn't identify it with them, and aware. I was just aware of them, which was incredible because well, that didn't affect the situation. And when we spoke, it was incredible because I had no expectation, which I, the observer, didn't have any expectation. It was great, 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 and I cling on to that idea too. And strange, I'm ashamed to say it, but yeah, I had a crush on this girl, a sort of a soulmate crush, a clingy, a click crush, where you don't just very truthfully. I think that is so true for me. Um, I had a crush with the idea of this girl, not the girl itself. That's something for me that which I think lately. it's been linked to that idea of the present moment, where I've been really realizing that in the present moment, right here, right now, right here, right now, I'm just being with pajamas, with I don't like a microphone, speaking to a camera, and I'm just what the fuck? I'm speaking to nothing, and in front of me there's a map of like the America, Africa, Russia, China, Australia, Indonesia. They don't really exist. They, they do exist, but not in my present moment, right here, right now. And I can serve. I can, it's only rightfully so. I serve the present moment. If I was in Indonesia, I could help people in Indonesia. If I help in the sense not like literally like not saying I'm a helper, I'm a keeper of the lost children. I mean, I can maybe that's my kind of philosophy, being in the present moment and acting in the present moment only leads to good deed and only leads to joy around you, and it helps everybody around you. I think you really have to experience the present moment. So yeah, lately I've really thinking, oh shit, okay, the ego in the sense, you remember that video of the layers of the self? I don't really remember what I said. You know what? I said to my friend that I wasn't, I changed my opinions. Maybe I just said that to say that I don't think it's really true. Let me just, I'm a noob. I don't know how to press. Oh, Alfred. Oh well. You'll you'll have to bear with me. The layers of the ego, jeez. That wasn't long ago. Let's see what I say. Let's see what I say. Same as pretty. It's like putting on costume, and on in that costume, there's loads of psychological things to it. Like putting costume, and boom, oh, um, I'm in costume Alfred. I don't know. I don't know what I said. I don't know. Can't really remember. But I think I'm just gonna tell. I'm just say my opinion now. Um, there was a very, very big click, a very big realization. I don't know if I still believe, not to the point where I thought it was the truth, like in that moment where I realized it. There's this idea where there's a spiritual self, something that doesn't really have a form, and you can only really obtain it and understand it and experience it through deep meditation and deep emptiness. So emptiness is the absence of essence. So a world of just objects moving, and you don't really say that's a camera. Another story. And then there's the egoic self, and the egoic self, I think in loads of my podcast, I always give it a negative connotation. The ego can be negative, but I think the ego, I want to change my definition of it. The egoic self is really everything that is well, tangible and physical. Like, that's the egoic self. Everything we identify to. So maybe that there's a negative. But I'm not the speaker of the truth, and there is no truth, so can't really make up any definitions and conclusions on things. But right here, right now, what I can see, I can move it, but deeply inside of me, my body, past actions. That's the big one. That's the big one. You are not your past actions. And that's ethically, morally, it does kinda make me think that it's false. Then, like, imagine you've killed someone, then it's completely. So, is it completely fine afterwards to. These ideas have come from a place of. What I think I saw it on an episode of this YouTuber, this spiritual YouTuber saying that the egoic self. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Eckhart Tolle, philosopher teacher, spiritual teacher, who said that the egoic self is an also the egoic self is the body, is everything you possess. You know, it's everything you identify to. And if you identify to your past, if you identify to your age, to your body, to your name, to your surname, to your sister, to your mom, to your dad, to your little brother, that's the ego too. Because in true experience of the present moment, there is nothing. There is nothing. There is no essence. Um, in my experience of the present moment, right here, right now, the 16th of January 2024, Happy New Year. There is nothing. There's absolutely nothing. No essence. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. Really happy to do this podcast. Very grateful. It's always this challenge during the video. I speak about something and then I stop, try to think about what I said. I don't know if I should continue to say that because I am still feeling a bit bad for the viewer. You know, if you're watching this and you don't really understand what I'm saying, it's good if I just come back to what I said before. But sometimes we just speak to speak, you know. Silence is also silence is also a form of speech. I hope everybody had a great Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, a great celebration, or just a great rest, a deep needed rest. Um, Anything new from me? So the introductory course was like 27 minutes. um, I think I struggled a lot this week, this start of the week and this weekend, um, in the sense where I had a really good streak of meditation, where I could just, well, really connect to a deep meditative state. Lately, I haven't been able to. I've been just, my mind has been like a river thoughts, and it's so hard, and it's so, no, it's so easy to say, I wish all that would just stop. Oh, did it move? I think it moved. It's so easy to just say, I wish, I wish my mind would calm down. I wish that my I would have less thoughts. I wish I'd be able to think about something else, to be in the present moment. I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish. Acceptance. Acceptance is I think, one tool I learned. Um, I knew about it in the summer, I really experienced it in the winter. Feels like I'm a bear. I've been hibernating in January, and I've come back from my nest because I smelled some honey. Don't know why my bear has a Texas accent. Texas is lemon warm, so don't expect bears living there. And in the winter, I've really, really understood wow the acceptance. Accepting, accepting is about what could just say it's accepting the circumstance and the present moment, but I've seen it in another way. I find it very, very funny to say. Accepting means wishing exactly what you have right now. I wish that I'm in front of a microphone. It's 11 o'clock. Even though it's not really real. It's just an idea in my head. Tomorrow I'm doing I'm filming an ad for my school. That's a great question. Is accepting also accepting the egoic self? Yeah, it's a form of accepting, I think. Oh, that's a good question. You should accept the egoic self. Since if you want to let go of all these things, you first need to accept. You can't just deny the what you've been told. You know, we've been told all these years. If you don't agree with me, that's okay. I'm still gonna say what I'm gonna say. Well, in a judgment, we've been taught since our young age that we are. I am a boy. I have an age. Will do this. I should buy a car. I should do this. I should buy that. I should I should identify with all these things. I should work hard. All of these things, I think, have created a personality, well, in my case, a not healthy personality. So I think you should accept it, accept that, accept that, yes, you can see that there is an Alfred, there is an 18-year-old, there is a boy in there, and you can also see that there is nothing, and also accept that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Proud of myself to have created that thing. Oh wow, yeah. Accept that, yeah, there is Alfred and all that, but that isn't yourself, and also accept that there is no self. So yeah, man, lately I've been really, really, really realizing how conditioned the mind is, and how truly the line suffering only comes from yourself is so, so true. Rightfully so, your environment influences that suffering, but you are the creator in the suffering. That is, I think, the most one intake from 2023. It was that you are the creator of the. If you're the creator of your joy, you're also the creator of the suffering. Joy in the sense of true happiness, not momentary happiness. A true sense of peace, of joy, not just, hey man, I just got an 18 out of 20, man. What's popping, dude? I'm best in class. Oh, yeah, I've got this exam tomorrow. See, I don't really see that as true happiness. True happiness, just acceptance of what is. Damn, our mind is fighting against ourselves. You know, it's really. I was watching a telly with my dad, and there was this philosopher who said who wrote this book, and it's called Penser contre soi-même. Think, thinking, think, thinking against yourself. Think about yourself. Think against yourself. So think about the thinking. You've understood the idea, hopefully. And it really made me rethink, oh shit. I firstly I am defining myself. I'm not opening to change. So I need to introspect even if in the things where I deem the truth, as the truth is also blocking me from a potential healthier, a happy truth that can benefit everybody. By benefiting me, it benefits everybody. And also thinking against yourself in the sense where you need to go in and realize, like, really, like inceptions and things like that. I haven't really been able to do a deep meditation where I can really feel like I'm in my mind, and it has happened, but I wasn't searching really for it. Maybe that's showing me something. And so I think it's just about reading. I've been reading this book for a year now. I really like how I read books. I never finished them. I just like, oh, I want to read this one. Oh, I'll pick that one. I want to read something about secret agents. Let's read about secret agents. Let's read about factfulness and how actually the world is okay. Well, it's gonna get cancelled. Calm down. Um, I'm just reading this book that's giving facts and demographic facts about how, well, there's less poverty and all that, but it's another subject. And in this book, it's just so many good things and just so many ideas. And I mean, everything is an idea in a theory. Truthfully, there's no truth. The only truth is that there is no truth. There's other truths, but there's no conclusions and things like that. The only truth is that there isn't any truth. So the theories and ideas, but there's evidence, scientific evidence, and we Europeans and Americans, we love science. We're only science-based, biased, rightfully so in some areas, like medicine. Wouldn't yeah, sometimes, yeah. And in this book, it just makes me realize, I read the book and then there's certain ones that really makes me think, and oh yeah, I've experienced that in my life. Oh, okay, that was just that. Wow. Okay, you're telling me that it's just my brain, my conditioned, and the brain that was created by the I don't know how to say it in English. natural selection, the brain that was created by the natural selection. Like just this basic thing I really like. You know why we're so addicted to sugar and why we're so addicted to high colors. You know, that's why candy or sweets are the ones that are the most attractive or the most colorful. Um, Basically enough, I think. I saw this in the book, read this in the book. It's because in nature, in the jungle, when there's pretty green colors, in order to survive, you had to find the quickest, uh, the fruit or the food that was the most colorful. Meaning that most colorful means food and surviving. And for sugar, because at that time, when the brain was created by the natural selection, when I say natural selection, it's not one. Natural selection is the evolution of man. It's a purely scientific and biological phenomenon. So why we're so addicted to sugar is because the most sugary thing when our brains were created was the fruit, and the fruit was very, very healthy. I'm thinking about passion fruit, grapefruit, oranges, clementines, blackberries. You know, very vivid colors. Except blackberry, very vivid colors. That was that meant loads of sugar, but natural sugar, good sugar. You know, just that. Yeah, like, okay, that's why I like sugar. It's because it's connected to that. Okay, all right. So it's so funny for me that I'm able to understand and solve problems in 2024 because of just the, an origin, a basic origin of my mind and my no, not my mind, my brain that was created freaking long time ago. I'm shit at the time. I don't know exactly when the human brain, the Homo sapien, hu, hu, uh, Homo sapiens, sapient, well, I don't know, was created, but that time. So that's why for me it's so important. So important, not in the fact that I really nurture and I spent all my day doing this. I don't have that time. I would like to have it, but I don't, and it's completely okay. But just checking if everything's good. But wow, when I know that there is an information about it, it really, 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 um, it really resonates with me. Really resonates with me. So I see that the common problems, which are just all mental, all my problems are mental. I often solve them with just a basic and easy or neurological or spiritual um, answer. And maybe that can change. I'm really making an effort to just not be close minded. And on that word, I think I've said enough. Don't want to speak more. It's been a pleasure doing this episode. It's been so effortless. Haven't even seen the 43 minutes. Wow. Wow. I, wow. I hope you found out something. For me, that's incredible. I always say, first intention is this is for me. This is a sort of creation. I'm, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm making this for myself, but if it can help others, Wow, 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 we were. That's incredible. That's gr such a great feeling. Such a great feeling. Bye, all humans. I hope you find acceptance, you find humility, and you do what the fuck you want. See you, G's.